All right, y'all. We have Big Easy again. Joe Burrow set to miss 3 months. Are the Bengals' playoff chances over? Jake Browning wasn't terrible, but he was bad. You know, I think he did a great job of slinging it, getting a touchdown pass to T. Higgins. He was spamming Jamar Chase. You know, but the turnovers was the issues. So I think like there was a lot of positives in that game, but there was some negatives too. And I didn't really look in detail to break down the negatives. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But we're gonna let them get their thoughts and let's see.
It looks to be more severe than originally thought. Apparently suffered a grade 3 turf toe injury, which will require surgery and an absence of 3 months. You're falling out of your chair. This is
3 months is tough.
This is crazy.
Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't
How can I send a link?
so. Oh no. Can I say something?
I got it.
That I never wanted to say.
Go ahead.
In my life.
Remind me to check it again. Check it later. I got it.
No, we're not frozen. I just saying this. It was a dramatic pause.
It was, yeah.
It was a dramatic pause. It was a dramatic pause.
What was the thing?
Joe Burrow was my second best quarterback in football for the last 4 years because he had beaten Patrick Mahomes when it mattered most in order to go to a Super Bowl. However, that's no longer the case. If Joe Burrow misses a significant amount of time, I will unfortunately have to remove Joe Burrow from top 5 conversations. Not because he doesn't have top 5 talent, because he's now ineligible of being in those conversations. Joe Burrow's missed the playoffs 2 years
that's how it worked, though.
If he does not play,
that's how it worked. Tyreek had a bad year last year. Really wasn't even his fault. And we don't hear nobody talking about Tyreek as a top 5 receiver. But talent-wise, we know Tyreek is a top 5 receiver. I don't even know if we hear Devontae as a top 10 receiver. I don't even know if we hear them talks. But I think talent-wise, and I think it's just because he's older, that kind of puts you out of there too, especially as a receiver. I think that kind of, I think he's top 10 talent receiver.
this year, now you're talking about him missing the playoffs 3 years consecutively, or at minimum, contributing to his team making the playoffs 3 years consecutively. There's no way you can be in the NFL for 6 years, go to the playoffs only 2 of those 6 years, be injured for 3 of those 6 years, and we put you in the top 5. It's not that he doesn't have the talent. We have to start to look at Joe Burrow, unfortunately, to some degree, like you look at Kawhi Leonard. He's just ineligible from being in the conversations. The best ability in all of football is what?
Is availability.
That's it.
Availability.
The best ability is availability. And if Joe Burrow is not available, we can't put him in the conversations. Let me give you all the quick history lesson. Comes into the league in 2020. ACL, MCL, PCL injury. And then in 2021, I believe, he dislocates his pinky. Then 2022, he has an MCL sprain. Then in 2023, he has a calf. That's when he misses games. He only plays 10 games. Last year, he went crazy. Offensive Player of the Year crazy. And then this year, unfortunately, he has a toe injury. Now, offensive line has not been good enough. We know that. But there are a lot of porous offensive lines in football, and not that many people are missing that many games. And again, Joe Burrow is so good. He's so good that his talent will forever have him in top 5 conversations, but I have to disqualify him if he misses significant periods of time because, unfortunately, the best ability is availability, and Joe Burrow just lacks that ability as it stands right now. He a dog. He a dog when he out there.
He a dog that can't stay healthy, though. He's a Kawhi Leonard right now.
Yeah.
Tell me he's not the Kawhi Leonard of you make it to a Super Bowl, you're incredibly talented, you have all of.
I think Joe's the most injury-prone quarterback right now. Like out of the top quarterbacks. That might be accurate. Oh, it's just because he played the whole season last year, so I can't really look at him like that. You know, we just had a recent season of him playing the whole season, so I don't know.
This ability, but in reality, he cannot stay healthy for them to be able to compete. Whether it's coming into a season injured or whether it's just getting injured in the season, it sucks. It's terrible. But also, Bengals.
I think last year does battle that argument a tad bit.
This is why you get offensive linemen in the draft instead of wide receivers and paying T. Higgins.
I mean, it is what it is.
More so that you don't have these issues.
But here's my thing. How much of this do you put on the O-line? How much of this do we put on Joe Burrow?
When it's continuous, I'm putting it on the O-line. I'm sorry, he gets absolutely marked by Chase Young his first year.
He does.
Ends up getting hurt. He gets sacked 8-9 times in a playoff.
Is turf toe O-line related though?
It's twisted.
You have to get help there.
There's a lot of
let me know.
O-lines. Now the Bengals might have the sorriest one. They might have the sorriest one. But there's a lot of bad O-lines.
No, I think Texas O-line might be a little worse.
2 years ago, he came
to
camp with the Cats.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's not the O-line issue.
Yeah.
That's just a Joe Burrow thing. Turf toe, that's not an O-line issue. Some people just based upon their kinetic chain, yes, it was on a sack play, but you don't know how many sacks occurred today?
Got his foot stepped on.
I would assume we probably watched about 12 games today. I would assume in excess of 66, 67 or so sacks occurred today. So, yes, the O-line is bad. It's been bad, but I think two things can be true. I think the Bengals O-line has been bad and needs to be better, and I believe, unfortunately, Joe Burrow, he be hurt too much. He be hurt too much, bro.
My thing, he gets injured too much, and I think it's if you have a glass cannon at quarterback, why are you not preparing to protect him?
Yeah.
That to me is the thing. You're winning in spite
A glass
of your
cannon.
line. You're not winning. You should be winning.
I've never heard that
because of how
phrase.
talented your quarterback is and making things happen.
But
I
to your point, though, beggars cannot be choosers, people at home, because here's what we do. We get mad at the Dallas Cowboys when they don't retain or they don't acquire the star running back. Cowboys, why didn't y'all draft a running back in the first round? Why didn't y'all draft another receiver? Instead,
running back is the only position that you do not have to draft. Every year, you don't have to draft a running back in the first round. Unless that's just like the missing link, or you just have the luxury of being able to get a generational running back. But, like, that's the only position that I feel like first round you do not have to take. I think that era is kind of dead of, like, picking up running backs in the first round. Again, unless they just generational or, like, that's the missing link to your offense or to your team. You just need a running back.
Drafted an O-lineman. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They don't make the sexy decisions.
Yeah.
Then we get mad when they don't make the sexy decisions. But they have great O-lines. Now, shout out to them for trading for George Pickens. So this year you could suggest that.
Never heard. This is my first time hearing glass cannon.
The Bengals make the sexy decisions.
Yeah.
You pay Jamar Chase. And you pay T. Higgins. Joe Burrow says he wants his tight end. You keep his tight end. Last year they drafted, I believe it was that second-round wide receiver out of Alabama. He didn't pan out, but they drafted that second or third-round wide receiver out of Alabama. The Bengals make the sexy decisions, and unfortunately in football, more often than not, you have to build from the inside out. You got to build in the trenches. You just can't have it both ways. Yeah. You can't praise Joe Burrow when he has all these super gaudy passing statistics, but then when he gets sacked a lot, but he needs more O-line help. Hold on a second now. He got all them passing statistics because y'all gave him wide receiver help. Okay, I'm done.
Also got to talk about another quarterback in the AFC getting killed right now, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, my God.
My GOAT.
That was interesting take on Burrow. We're going to get to this here. Interesting take on Burrow. I mean, I don't know. I've never really looked at Joe as injury prone. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's possible. This is possible to say. Again, like I said, he had last year where he played the whole season. So let me know y'all thoughts on that topic in the comment section. Let me know if y'all think they can stay afloat for 3 months. That's 4, 8. Oh, what the heck? Bro, that's 12 games. Season gonna be pretty. Yeah, that's wraps on the season. That's 12. Bye week, that's 11 games. 11 games, that's wraps. That's wraps. If y'all think it's possible for Jake Browning to keep them afloat for 11 games, let me know. Subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed.